In this video, we'll see two things together. We'll learn how Excel can be used to plot the graph to find intercept of x and y axis. Also, we'll learn how to find slope. And also we'll learn at the same time how data can be checked for one of the experiments of theory of machines, especially for the compound pendulum. So in this experiment we have achieved this much data. So after this data we are going to manipulate, or we are going to put this data into some noticeable form. We want to analyze it. So here as shown, this is the distance h. Let us say it is x. This is the time for 10 oscillations. Now we need to find time for average of this we need to put here, and then divided by 10 for one oscillation. So from this point it is better to transfer from Word to Excel. So I am going here and I am going to put the values here. Now this is the time, means here we need to take average of this. So we'll use function average is equal to AVE bracket, and we'll take all these three values, bracket over and enter. So this is the average of these three. So for the remaining, you already know what we need to do. Just drag this handle and you will have the other values. Here we need to take reading for one oscillation. So we'll take again is equal to this divided by 10. So this is the time for one oscillation. Again just drag handle and you have the other data. So let us restrict this to 2 decimal points. So select all these cells, right click, and you can go in the format cells. Let us put it as number, and decimal place is 2. 2 are more than enough for this experiment. Now we need to find k. So this k is as already given. It is something like this. So let us copy this equation and let us put this to Excel, and we'll find this. So now how to remove these 3 cells? Now we need not to go with this, but if we delete this, then what will happen? We'll be having 0 or some reference value here. So it is not a good practice to delete. So on the contrary, let us copy this data, Control C, and not to just put here, but right click and use paste special, just the values what we need. So it will be something like this. Okay, let us put at this bottom of this to keep this in some usable form. Now we need not to have these values, so you can remove it, just delete it. Also we need not this average value. What we need is H and T. So we'll copy this column and the adjacent nearer to this. Now we need not to have even these 2 cells, so carefully select this whole line by pressing Control button. I have kept the Control button pressed and I am carefully selecting it, right click and delete. Okay, so we have all the data here. So this is H for me, this is time period T for me, and here I need to find K. So what is K? As shown in this equation. Let us drag this equation which is nearer to the values for our simplicity. This is equal to T by 2 pi whole square GH minus H square. So we need to put this equation here. How will do it? So first let us go step by step. First we'll do T by 2 pi square. So here in Excel it is better to do T into T divided by 4 pi into pi. So first we'll do this much, then we'll multiply with GH, then minus H square, and after and we'll be having square root of this whole value. So I am going here, let us put is equal to. so t square, so bracket starting, so this is t, click here, again multiplied by same, so this is t square, and divided by, I will take a bracket here, 2 pi, so it will be 4 pi, so 4 multiplied by pi, here in pi you can use pi and bracket over and start, again multiplied by pi bracket and end, so this is equal to 4 pi square, and one bracket for entirely this 4 pi square. So if I press enter, 1 is missing, so we'll need one more additional bracket here, and we have value which is equivalent to t square bar by 4 pi only. Now we need to multiply this with gh, so again click here, now you take here multiplied by 9.81 and multiplied by h, so we'll click again h and press enter. So now we have value t square by 4 pi square into gh. Now we want to do minus h square, so again select this and you can do minus bracket h, click here, again multiplied by h, bracket is over and enter. So this is the value for t square by 2 pi gh minus h square. Now we need to take square root of this, so again select this, so for square root again we need to put this entirely into new bracket, so end bracket, and in starting we'll put starting bracket and we'll use sqrt function, sqrt, and press enter. So this is the true value of k here as per this equation. What we need to do, just drag this and we have all other k value, we need not to be this much specific. So again format cells, will go in number, we need up to 3 decimal points or say 1 mm, and say OK. So this is the value of radius of gyration k. Okay, now we need to plot the graph. So how will plot the graph? The graphs are something like this. Graph 1 will draw t square h versus h square. So t square h is y and h square is x. So first we'll take h square. So let us put here h square, and here we'll write t square multiplied into h. How? Just click here, is equal to h multiplied by h, press enter. So this is h square, here is equal to then t square, so this cell multiplied by again that cell and multiplied by h, press enter. So this we have h square and t square, again drag both of that and we have complete h square and t square h. So we need to draw two graph, one t square h versus h square, so this is x, and that we already know. Then when we speak t square h versus h square, means this is to be taken as y and this is to be taken as x, but in Excel x should be first, so this is x is x, this is x is y. Similarly we need to find graph between t versus h, so h is x and t is y. Now to plot the graph is very easy in Excel. Just we need to select those value in which the first column is x, second column is y, and go in insert and go to recommended chart. So Excel will automatically suggest that this is the graph which is most suitable for you, and just press OK, and the graph is ready. See, this is the graph between t square h versus h square, which should be linear as already we know. Now suppose you don't want to take these to be automatically driven, then also you can select the other one, select, then go in insert, then go in this case, and you can select any one of these, or you can go in more line charts. So we have this much various pi, bar, area. What we need is xy scattered, and select this value, say OK, and we have the same graph, but where is the line? So to draw the line we need to select this, right click, format data cells, and we need to go in the line, and we need to go with the solid lines. When you do the solid line, and then we can have these values. Okay. Moreover, if you want something more, then these are some of the options. Let us go through that. If you want axis titles, then just click check mark here. So axis title is visible, even it is having some other options as well. If you want to show the data values, then you can check mark these, and all the respective points data will be shown there. Okay, so these are the data which should be there. All other options are also there. Okay, now we want to check slope of this. Then in that case, select this, right click, go to add trend lines. So adding the trend lines will add this menu in front of you. Here you will find display equation on chart. So when I check mark this, then here it will show an equation which is in form of y is equal to mx plus c. Okay, so here you can see y-intercept and slope is given. Slope and y-intercept is given. So you can also find the intercept and slope separately. Let us go through that process. Say what I want, slope, say is equal to, there is a slope function, bracket start. Here we need to take y first as shown here. So this is t square versus h square versus t square. So this is my y value. We'll select that y value first, and then we'll put comma, and we'll select x values, and then we'll put the bracket over, and this will show us the slope which is exactly equal to this. Now if we want y-intercept, then we will take y-intercept, for example, to be written here, and let us put the function here is equal to, there is function called intercept in Excel in a similar way, because it is y, so again we'll take y to be first, and then comma x second, and bracket is over. So this shows to be y-intercept which is equal to this. If we want x-intercept, that is also possible. Say if I want x-intercept, then same function is to be used, but here we need to take y to be first. So this is x to be first. So we'll take x first, comma, then all y values, and then bracket is over. So this is the x-intercept. So especially what I mean, let me explain. This is called, suppose some line is has some slope. So slope is equal to y by x, but when it is cutting the y-axis, this distance is called y-intercept, and when it is cutting x-axis, so this distance is called x-intercept. That's why here it is coming to be negative, because it is in the negative x part. So it is exactly shown in a very right way. Okay, now further analysis. As per our analysis, what we need to do, we need to find the slope, and here analysis 1 says that this slope should be equal to 4 pi square divided by g. So y by x is equal to, it should be having this much value. Means from this slope you can find value of g, which should be nearer to 9.81. It will not be exactly, because there will be some human error. So to check this, what we need to do, we need to equate slope to be equal to 4 pi square by g, or you can say g is equal to 4 pi square by slope. So let us do that thing. So here is the slope. So slope is equal to 4 pi square by g, but g we want, so this will be 4 pi square by slope we need to write. So here we'll write is equal to 4 multiplied by pi square. So this is the value of 4 pi square, but what we need is 4 pi square by slope. So we'll put these whole things into a bracket. So this is to be divided by directly value of slope, and we get this 9.75, which is very nearer to 9.81. So this is the analysis what we need to take, analysis 1. Similarly, we can have the another analysis in which we can find k. So this k is equal to 4 pi square g into k square. So in this way it is shown. Let us go to analysis 2. Y-intercept is equal to 4 pi square by g. So now we want to check k graphically and analytically. So what we need to do, y-intercept will take, multiply it with g divided by 4 pi square is equal to k square. Let us do that analysis. So we'll take y-intercept into, say, is equal to y-intercept multiplied by 9.81 and put everything into a bracket. Again is equal to y-intercept multiplied by 9.81, enter. So what we are getting here is y-intercept into g divided by 4 pi square is to be done now. So again put this into a bracket and divide it with 4 pi and square. So also we need to put all this denominator part into a bracket, press enter. So we have this value, this is equal to k square, this is equal to k square. What we need is k, so we'll take square root of this. How we'll do this, say is equal to, use sqrt function and select this cell, bracket over, and we have this 2.469, which is very nearer to this, see, which is nearer to this. If you take average of this, it will be nearer to this. So likewise, very beautifully we can do the analysis. Let us do one more graph, t versus h. So again select both of this, we'll select insert and get recommended charts. So this what we need, say OK, and that chart is also available with us. Now here you see this is not smooth. To do so, select this line and right click, format data sets, and select here, go in the line. At the last you will find smooth lines. Just you observe the result, smooth lines, and it will be smoother. Okay, so likewise we can do very good analysis using Excel for various data. For engineering students, this is the best tool to make analysis. Thank you very much for watching this video.